Good morning. This is Morning Coffee. There comes a time when new beginnings start to arise, even on a cloudy day, even on a rainy day. And what happens is that light inside decides that it is time to permeate the darkness, meaning that when God begins to speak to your spirit within, you begin to move in ways unimaginable. I woke up this morning. I have not been to church in a while, but it was on my spirit to go. And I think it was on my spirit to go because for what is to come, I am being prepared, and it tells me I need to be around people who know how to praise. So I have got to walk in the new beginning of that. And the new beginning is I can't go to church worrying about the external. The external is worrying about how church people have church, worrying about the program, worrying about how I look or how I am perceived, or even what I project and what I perceive about people. I don't have time to be concerned about that because there is a newness in spirit that has created something within me that says I need to be prepared for the condition that is about to come. So I found myself propelled to go to church this morning. And I love it because it just simply reminds me of those times when I grew up, the good times in my house when I was a little boy, and mama, who didn't go to church, but would get up early Sunday morning putting on the spirituals, the gospel music, the kind that you hear in the background now. And I'm glad that I live in a household like that today, because sometimes you're taking off the path by the eye that you choose to look through that is not spiritual. Let me repeat that. Sometimes you get discouraged, frustrated, because something within is not being filled, because you allow the external forces to create something that I call toxic internal. You know, you begin to choose your poison. You say you don't judge, moralize, or stereotype, but you sit amongst people who do, so that same kind of spirit ends up in you. So you got people sitting around, not really receiving a word, but sitting around looking at each other, judging, moralizing, and stereotyping. But not today. Not today. Today, in walking in the newness of the light, I have decided to put on my clothes. Listen, I'm not even worried about what time I get there. If the choir done sung, so what? I'm going to receive a word and to be among people, because there is someone there who doesn't carry that negative spirit. There is someone there, whether they're in the pulpit or not in the pulpit, that their God within them will touch the God within me, and the purpose that the Spirit has called on me to show up. I listen, I'm excited, so that's why I'm sounding like that. Listen, I'm not no preacher, so if I'm sounding like that, I think it's just the excitement in my spirit, and that it just feels good to walk in the newness of the light. It really does, because trust me, I could share with you about darkness, but letting joy in is sharing with you about how I love to live in the light. Have a blessed day. This is Morning Coffee.